The Newsline.
Hello and welcome back to People's TV. In today's news commentary, we draw your attention to another development concerning the hostages. Hamas has returned 3 bodies believed to belong to Israeli hostages. The State of Israel will follow standard procedure, with forensic experts examining the remains to confirm their identities. Hamas has issued an audacious statement claiming that if forensic experts confirm the identities of the 3 recently returned bodies as hostages, then only 8 more bodies remain in their custody out of the 255 hostages they abducted to Gaza. The abduction of these Israeli citizens was already an act of terror, yet Hamas now attempts to whitewash its crimes by portraying itself as cooperative. The hostages were never cared for, they were treated inhumanely, like animals. Many suffered severe injuries, losing fingers, toes, and even limbs. Some who were taken alive were later returned to Israel in coffins. Despite this brutality, Hamas dares to assert that only 8 hostage bodies remain. Israel must respond to Hamas at the state level with decisive action to defeat the organization militarily. Priority must be given to delivering justice for the families of the murdered hostages by holding those responsible to account and preventing any safe haven for perpetrators. International law and a clear strategic plan should guide operations, so justice is both effective and enduring. Speaking further about Hamas, reports indicate that many Gazans are now protesting its brutal governance in the Gaza Strip. Civilians have grown increasingly frustrated by Hamas' ruthless treatment of its own people. In one recent instance, a Gazan woman was seen pleading to her God to bring back the Israeli army, expressing her despair over the dire conditions in Gaza. Even as the region sinks to such desperate lows, Hamas remains focused on exploiting the ceasefire to regroup and reorganize, using propaganda to project an illusion of military strength while civilians continue to suffer under their rule. In the video she insists ceasefire agreements are futile, arguing that Hamas is killing its own people. She pleads with her God to send the Israel Defense Forces, IDF, back into Gaza to remove the Hamas regime and end the suffering. None of the mainstream media outlets that subtly endorse terrorism ever broadcast such videos. Instead, they focus on whitewashing Hamas, portraying terrorists as so-called freedom fighters. These outlets produce programs that attempt to justify Hamas atrocities. Sadly, some Sri Lankans have fallen for these misleading narratives and chosen to side with Hamas against the State of Israel, unknowingly turning themselves into enemies of the very people of Gaza. The truth is clear. Slogans like Free Palestine should instead say Free Palestine from Hamas. In conclusion, the suffering in Gaza will not end until Hamas is dismantled. True peace and freedom for Palestinians can only be achieved when terrorism is defeated, truth is upheld, and justice is restored. If this report helped you see the situation on the ground clearly, don't keep it to yourself. Like, share, and subscribe to People's TV, where truth has no agenda, and facts speak louder than spin.
Subscribe us for more details.